Greetings, people. I come in peace. Eddie said, if Anthony fights this year, it will be a run out. If it's not against Jake Paul, that is. Oh my goodness. I suppose he does need putting out of his misery, doesn't he? Eddie said it will be against a non-big name fighter. Not a headliner, not a pay-per-view. It is just part of the development for AJ to be in the position to fight the big fights. Now, that is exactly what he needs. Some people don't seem to agree with that. Well, AJ doesn't need the money, so not headlining or going on an undercard might seem unconventional, and it is, but AJ and his team are now focused on his development, not cashing in. He's taking his ego out of it. There's now rumours that he's joining Usyk's camp. Now, wouldn't that be superb? To train and be in and around the best heavyweight of this generation could only be positive. It's a decisive and unambiguous proclamation of his appetite, desire, and ambition. I like it. That's an exceptional idea, if it's true. AJ has a great foundation to work with. I mean, could you imagine AJ implementing the non-stop combination fighting style of Usyk? Now, I don't expect him to become a mirror image. I don't think that's possible for various reasons. But it sure would help him to let his hands go more, possibly move in and out of range quicker. The peripheral side effects of working with Usyk would be astonishing. I would have thought so. The whole approach of small halls and undercard fights so he can sharpen his tools without fanfare is like those singers who sometimes give impromptu, personal, exclusive performances for a lucky few fans and journalists. This denotes very, very serious intentions. And I hope he pulls it off. I hope the plan becomes fruitful. He deserves it. He's preparing for his last campaign, his magnum opus, his pièce de résistance, his objet d'art, his masterpiece. Big name boxers don't usually deliberately downplay themselves, but in these circumstances, it makes sense to go back, to go forward. This shows how important it is to him to get it right. You know, it's so refreshing to hear Eddie say, it's not about what you want. It's not about us. It's about Anthony. I love that. So many other promoters would try to squeeze every last drop of blood out of him. You know, it's AJ that needs to get his head together. And I believe he has all the tools to ravage, ransack, plunder and pillage the heavyweight division. Not concentrating on belts, just on manners, respect, honour and regard from his peers and opponents. Simple. AJ needs a way to get rid of any angst and liberate himself from mental shackles and hone his skills, believe in his skills again. He has to get into a groove and stay there. He has everything. Explosive power, speed, movement, heart, size. He just has to put it all together and trust that it's all there for him to retrieve when required, instinctively and intuitively.
Let me think. Don't think. Feel.
That's right. Sometimes we get in our own way. Don't overthink it. You've already prepared. Trust the process. AJ needs to consolidate his abilities and stabilize his mind. If having small hall fights does that for him, then why not? If he can gather himself, he'll be near unstoppable. He doesn't need to get involved with title fights or eliminators. That will come as soon as he starts to win. In fact, the more exciting fights for him right now are not for titles. There's Joe Joyce, Makhmudov, Wilder, Jared Anderson, F.A. Jagba, Miller, Herkovich, Dubois. Not in any particular order, mind you. Just stack them up and knock them down. maybe start with Joe Joyce. Stay away from the Ajit Caballeros for now. Let the top 5 look after themselves. Spectate and then pick and choose. You've always taken the hard fights. It's about time you went on the road, giving the journeymen some work. I'm sure they'd be grateful. AJ needs to get back to letting his hands go with calculated aggression. Don't rely on the corner so much. Don't overthink. Make your own decisions. If you can't work it out by now, you never will. Have fun and do the thing you love without any pressure. Anyway, that's my take. I think it's unusual for a boxer who can still fill out stadiums to take small hall fights and undercard fights. But why not? There's no rules to say you can't. And if it's helpful to him, I think he should go ahead. Don't just do one, do a few until you get your mojo back. It's up to you. Anyway, thanks for listening. Please subscribe. But remember, choose life. Thank you.
So, that's it, huh? Yeah.